Hey everyone, Unalink here and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where last time we finished up our work at Summerford Farms, where we finally dealt with Siren, and he is facing the consequences of his actions. It wasn't entirely on him. He was being threatened. His life was being threatened by the Serpent Reavers, but we know that now. And now the appropriate actions can finally be taken to deal with that issue. But that is an issue for another time. Today, we are doing side quests. We are doing lots of side quests here in the Limsa area. Alright, we're going to go ahead and start off with pulling up our recommendations tab, and honestly I'm just going to keep it open whenever we're doing side quest episodes, because it's a good way to keep an eye on what quests you have left in an area. Starting out, Nania. No, you know what? I'm going to save Nania's quest. That quest specifically, I do not want to do yet. Let's see. We've got a quest down here. And we've got a few quests up north we can do. We'll do the quest down here first. As usual, we'll be doing about 25 minutes of side quests today, as it is a Sunday episode. Hello, Okakaya. Okakaya has advice for any adventurers headed to the missing member. If you're looking for a place to wet your whistle, Scrag, I'd advise you to turn tail and run. Captain Roswin's in no mood to be entertaining customers this morning, and even when she is, she ain't particularly good at it. Though maybe dealing with the customers is sort of shite what might shake her from her doldrums. But if you meet a venture inside the missing member, you best remember to pay your proper respects to the captain, unless you ain't afraid of going missing. Kneeling for her would be a good start. Alright, so in various quests, I believe we have definitely done this already when dealing with Siren, but in various quests we will need to use emotes in order to progress. So let's go ahead and pull up our emote list while targeting Roswin, and we want to use Neil. Where is Neil? Oh gosh. There it is. Oh, so she knows her place. Good. If only the Krakens had the same sense of propriety. Bastards keep seizing on every Garlean ship before we can take a crack at them. This is a sorry state of affairs when your crew's reduced to preying on the leavings of that mangy bunch of man-boys. My younger self would be right disappointed to see how far we've fallen. Alright, she wants to see disappointments. A little dramatic, Satora, but I'm sure it'll work. Oh, I wasn't targeting her. I thought I was still targeting her. Okay, fine. So you do know something of me, Pain, but your sympathy ain't worth more than a pint of piss. It's well and good we got the Admiral's permission to capture Garlean ships, but what's the use if you keep on getting beat to your prey? We built our reputation reaving right off the coast of Vilbrin, not sailing a dozen malms into the bleeding sea. The few Imperial dogs found in Lominsan territory get snatched by Krakens onto an open waters. I rallied my crew's spirits when I said we were reviving the old ways, but after all our struggles, they seem resigned to letting those bastards have all the fun. Alright, let's go ahead and rally her spirits then. Again, why does it keep on targeting us? Huh? You trying to make light of me, Dilemma? Don't push your luck, Scrag, or I'll gut you with a hook like a regular pirate. Wait, that's it! We're pirates, goddammit, so we should think like pirates. Bugger keeping little mins and water safe, we'll raid supply shipments to the Garlean outposts along the coast of Aldenard. Ah, it's so bleeding simple, I don't know why I didn't think of this before. Thank you for your unintended inspiration, Scrag. To think I almost had you fed to the sharks. Well, that was cutting it a little close, but we did it! We got Roswin back in good spirits, and with a plan to help her crew. I gather your meeting with the captain went well? I could hear her cackling all the way out here. Well, whatever you did, thank you for doing it. Last thing we needed was her going on another rampage, ruining deck swabs and leaving us with less meat. Tain't easy playing by the Admiral's rules, but if anyone can find a way, Captain Roswin can. Alright, we helped out some pirates. Alright, looks like we have, skipping the Nia's quest, looks like we have 3 more side quests to take care of in the upper decks. Let's go track those down. Duck! Duck! Oh, I want that. I want that minion. I wonder where you get it. I'll figure out where you get the ugly duckling minion eventually. It's probably not going to be for a long while. Minions don't start really opening up for a little bit. Okay, looks like we got 1 here, 1 here, and 1 up here. We'll start with a quest at the Culinarians Guild. Hello there, Hilahono. How are you doing today? Hilahono needs help replenishing the Bismarck's larders. Beg your pardons, good madam, but you're an adventurer, are you not? I realize this is sudden, but we urgently need help restocking our larders. We are in the midst of preparing a full-course meal for soon-arriving guests, but I fear we are short on fresh lamb for the main course. Uh-oh. I would be grateful if you could procure 4 slices for us. I dare say it would be quickest to obtain these directly from the source, wild lambs. In case you are unfamiliar with the creatures, I suggest you speak with Albafar, a sentry station in Bulwark Hall, just below the Drowning Wench. Alright, so we are heading downstairs to ask about sheep, even though we already know where the sheep are. We have fought them plenty of times. The game just wants to be stubborn about it, I suppose. Alright, Albafar. The Bismarck wants fresh lamb, does it? Gods, I could do with a slice myself, fresh off the grill and dripping in its own juices. Sorry, friend, I haven't had a single bite to eat since my shift began. Any road, you can get lamb easily enough by hunting the lambs that graze outside the city. Go through the Zephyr Gate and follow the path east and south for a bit. You'll run into the fluffy and tasty critters before long. Alright, let's get going. Alright then, sheep. I am afraid it is time for you to all perish. You know what? Another option I really need to get around to setting up, so I'm going to do it now while I'm thinking about it. Let's see, which one was it? What I want to do is automatically draw my weapon when I pull... I want to automatically switch my hotbars when I draw my weapon. We have automatically sheathed weapon when not in battle, which I'm going to turn that off. That's actually a bit of an irritating option for the way I like to play. Maybe it's in hotbar settings? Here we go. Customization for when it's sheathed, it's going to be just hotbar 8, and for when it's drawn, hotbar 1 and 2. There we go. Now when we put our weapon away, it goes back to hotbar 8, which is our non-combat tab, and when we pull our weapon out, it goes right back into combat. Perfect. Oh my god, I just noticed one of the fate names, Sister Crustacean. The fates. The fates are lovely. There are so many of them, and most of them, a good majority of the fates, their names and sometimes even their descriptions are references to popular culture and pop media. For example, Sister Crustacean is a reference to the song Sister Christian. There are so many memes and references in those fate names. It is delightful. Alright then, onwards to the Bismarck. Let's go make a lamb delivery. Hello there, Lahono. How are you? Have you had any luck obtaining the fresh lamb? Please hurry, the guests are arriving any moment now. Don't worry, I have plenty. 4 slices of fresh lamb and right in the nick of time. Thank you ever so much. It's times like this I feel fulfilled in my role. I used to be a chef myself, you see, but my skills weren't quite up to par. So when the Bismarck expanded operations, I asked to be made as provisioner instead. This way I can still be part of the business in spite of my shortcomings. Well, that's a good compromise. Good work. And I'll take the money, thank you very much. Alright, next up we have a quest up at the 7th Sage. Hello there, Morden. Morden would like to make you a completely legal proposition. Okay, suspicious already. You want for coin venture? How'd you fancy working for the Kraken's Arms, one of the greatest pirating crews in Limsa? If you're interested, take yourself up these here steps to the balcony above and talk to Carvalay in our cabin. Do right by him and he'll do right by ye. Alright then, let's see what these pirates are up to. As long as they're obeying Lominsan law, I guess it's probably fine. Greetings, friend, and welcome to the 7th Sage, purveyors of the finest spices from the East. All of our products are guaranteed obtained through completely legal means. Okay, stop emphasizing that, you're making me suspicious. Oh, you do not seek spices, but employment? Well then, let us speak of how you might be of service to an organization. Our Misery returned from her latest voyage, bearing exotic spices never before seen in Eorzea. I've prepared 2 samplers, each of which I would have you deliver to certain individuals. The first is for Grenade, who you'll find at the Coral Tower. The second is for Master Linksay, the head chef of the Bismarck. And do make certain the right person gets the right set. Go now and return here once you have accomplished the task. Alright then, I'm just gonna go along with it. Hopefully, if this turns out to be something really shady and shitty, we'll be able to figure it out soon enough. First off, to the Coral Tower. Hello, Grenade. Welcome to the headquarters of the Yellowjackets, the keepers of the peace in Limsa Lominsa. Is there aught I can assist you with? Yeah, I have a sample from the 7th Sage for you. A sample of spice, courtesy of the 7th Sage, you say? There's no mistake. This is fire sand, and the kind used by Garleans besides. Quite intriguing. Very well, we'll consider placing an order. Oh, you thought you had brought me spice? I see you're not familiar with Carvalinisms. For the sake of convenience, he uses the word spice to refer to literally anything as procured on the high seas. Lest you worried, the man isn't engaged in any activity that is considered piracy. Far from it. Think of him as a trader, a heavily armed one, who represents Lominsan interests in eastern lands. Okay, so he's just a very suspicious trader, who does everything he can to make it sound like he's doing something shitty. Alright, next up to the Bismarck. Hello there, Lingsath. I bring you a sample from the 7th Sage. Alright, let's have a whiff of it then. Ain't smelled nothing like it afore. The notice came with it says it's a root what grows on Othard. Last I heard, Othard was under Imperial rule. How the 7 elves did Carvalane manage to get hold of this? Any road, I reckon I can cook up something fresh and new with it. Thanks for the delivery, friend. Alright, so the deliveries turned out to be completely benign, and he just really loves sounding suspicious, I guess. Alright, Carvalane, I have done your work for you. I've made your deliveries. Welcome back. It would seem both samples were rather well received, and this is in no small part due to our affable courier. 'Tis unfortunate, but notoriety accumulated over the course of years does not fade overnight. There are many still who are hesitant to do business with savage pirates. Yet the old days of piracy have passed, giving way to a new wave of opportunity. My crew and I have decided to embrace this wave. With the Admiral's blessing, we engage in a form of trade with Garlean ships. Everything we do, you may rest assured, is within the law. Alright, Carvalane has been assisted. Next quest brings us to the Coral Tower. Hello, Grenade. Grenade seeks help with a growing problem in Limsa Lominsa. An alarming number of citizens have gone missing of late, though I suspect you've already heard the rumors. That I have. It is essential that we ascertain their safety. To this end, I have prepared a list based on reports from our citizens. Would you be so kind as to deliver it to my colleague in Bulwark Hall? Delica is her name. My thanks in advance, friend. Alright then, I can do that. Let's go deliver this list to the Bulwark Hall. Hello there, Indelica. I bring you a list of missing persons. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa. If there's aught you would like to know, feel free to... You've got something for me, you say? A missing persons list? I'm not sure I follow. I mean, I was told to give it to you specifically. Thanks for bringing the list. I'll be sure to memorize these names. If any of the missing persons reappear, you can count on me to spot them. Most folk enter the city via the Zephyr Drift, which means they must pass through Bulwark Hall. That's why I'm on constant watch here and undercover so as to keep an eye out for suspicious activity. I've been doing this for so long I've become a pretty good judge of character. If there are shady characters skulking about, you can rest assured I can pick them out. Alright, well, good luck with that. Sorry for, kind of being a little loud about that when you're undercover. And we hit level 15! There are some actions which can only be learned by completing specific class quests. For example, the Ranged Lancer weapon skill Piercing Talon is acquired by completing the Lancer's Guild quests available at level 15. I believe I've mentioned this before, but if I haven't, always do your class quests as soon as they are available. Why is Arcanist listed as item level 42? We're not going to be doing that one quite yet. I have a specific pacing in mind for the class quests. But in general, if you are playing through this game, you should be doing your class quests the moment they are available to make sure you have all of your abilities. Otherwise, you are in for not playing as effectively. It's going to be a bit harder for you, and if you're in party content, well, your party members are probably going to hate you if you're missing some of those important abilities. Alright, since Rogue is level 15, let's move on to Marauder. And check real quick. Do we have any upgraded gear? Nope. Alright, Ntano, you have a quest for me. Ntanmo needs help keeping the city a bright and cheery place. Sounds like you're already in the Yellow Jacket's good graces. You truly are a model adventurer, a paragon among your fellows. Do you think you could do me a favor? You see, I'm supposed to go and fill up all the street lamps with oil so that they'll stay lit through the night. But thanks to this business of missing people, I can't simply up and leave my post. If you could tend to the street lamps in my stead, I'd be eternally grateful. Oh, and when you're finished, please fetch more oil from Sisyphu and the Fisherman's Guild. We're running low here and she has care of our stores. Alright, so we are on a mission to fill all the street lamps. Well, not all of them. Just the ones that are running low. Which thankfully are all kindly marked by being very sparkly. So let's get going. We've got a bunch of street lamps to go through. And thankfully they are all on one continuous path. So it'll be very, very easy to just run from one to the next. Alright, the next one's going to be over this way. You all be careful. Please don't fall off the rock, either forwards or backwards. Alright, we got another street lamp over here. The next one is in this building. And then we can head down the stairs to the next one. And then just one more to go. Alright then, now we can head on to Sissipu at the Fisherman's Guild, which is right here, and get an order for more oil. You're doing what? What am I to do with that girl? She has the nerve to ask me for work, twaddle and tripe about her savings, only to foist it on the first adventure that comes along. I mean, she didn't offer me the job until she saw me already being trusted. Being young and pretty does not give you license to shirk responsibility. She'll get her oil alright, and a piece of my mind to boot. I mean, okay, but she is a little bit busy. You heard about the missing people, right? I feel like she probably asked for that job when she still had time to do it. Alright, let's see what remains. There's a quest up here and a quest down below. Let's do the quest down here. Hello there, Aldskiff. What do you got for me? Aldskiff, captain of the trading ship Orion, has some information that might benefit your standing as an adventurer. By way of thanks for delivering my scattered lavender, I have a nugget of information that may prove useful to you. You see, I was recently approached by an unkempt seafarer, which is not, I admit, particularly unusual for a man in my profession. What was unusual was that he offered a generous sum of gil to be introduced to any adventurers I might know. In my experience, sailors are not known to carry such a wealth of coin about their person, especially with the alehouses of Limsa Lominsa so close at hand. Kidnappings have not been uncommon of these past moons. I suggest you take this information and speak with Glazrael, the guard who stands at the entrance to East Hawker's Alley. It never hurts to show a spirit of cooperation to the authorities, lass. Alright, so we have suspicious, very suspicious individuals offering a lot of money for adventures. I agree that sounds odd with all these kidnappings. That is disturbing news. Your initiative is appreciated, adventurer. I'll have the captain place the Yellow Jackets on high alert. And while I have your ear, I need you to visit Fridwib and tell her the same thing you told me. You'll find her a bit further down East Hawker's Alley. Fridwib has frequent dealings with adventurers, so any warning you give her should soon spread throughout the city. That sounds like a good plan. That way everyone is on high alert for suspicious activity. Greetings, miss. Might I interest you in the services of a retainer? What's this? Some suspicious seafarers on the prowl for gullible adventurers? A possible suspect in the recent kidnappings, you think? Well, I'll be sure to pass on that warning to my customers. Well, with all the merchants and travelers milling through Hawker's Alley, these kinds of unsavory activities can often go unnoticed. In any case, I promise to keep a sharp lookout for anyone being accosted by strange-looking sailors. Alright, awesome. Good to see that is taken care of. Hopefully that prevents further kidnappings. And with that, I believe there is just one more side quest available here in Limsa Lominsa. But I'm going to be saving that one for next time we do side quests. For now, let's go ahead and check in at the inn. Because next time on Final Fantasy XIV, we are going to be learning a new class, but this one is not a combat class. The next thing we are doing is we're going to be learning how to do some crafting. Specifically, we're going to be learning the art of the blacksmith to make our own tools, weapons, and armor. I'll see everyone next time for that.